And what size?
This one's from Jeremy in Wisconsin. And it says, Toffee Brand Coffee is the best coffee in the world. Thanks for the grift.
Anyway, I'm going to find out who this quartering character is. And when I do, he's going to get a bit of the old ice troll treatment.
From loathing Brie Larson to being the unofficial #1 fan site for Brie Larson.
How about a handshake? You're going to give me your jacket, your helmet, and your motorcycle, and in return, I'm going to let you keep your hand.
What is going on, everybody? Oh, Hannah Claire forgot her glasses. Apparently, that's...
You guys never send me the memo when we're doing a friend thing. I'm getting offended. What are we talking about?
You're not optics maxing.
I have glasses. It's just that you guys are an exclusive club, not inviting other people in. I get it.
You gotta protect your eyes from that blue light.
Yeah. And just looking at the screen all the time is like really horrible for your eyesight. So if you're on the computer all the time, these are just like computer glasses. They're not even like
pedo glasses.
A what?
Pedo glasses.
No. This is all about protecting the eyeballs.
Just do me a favor. Yeah. Can you just say this line? Hey kids, I've got some candy.
Hey,
or just say
I don't think the character type, all right? I think there's another person that, it looks like they have a van. That could be more well clipped.
I think if we pull up 100 convicted pedophiles mugshots, Luke, I think you would be, I think more of them would look like you than me.
It's a new segment we're about to unveil.
Let's place some money on that right now. We should make that a game where we like literally do that. It's like,
is he a pedo or is he an internet commentator? Yeah.
Press 1 if it's Jeremy. That looks more like a press 2 if you think it's me.
I just happen to have a pedo right here. He was running for he was doing a press conference outside of a school. He's a registered sex offender and he's charged for possession of CP. Held his press conference outside of an elementary school.
Wow.
I wonder if he's a Democrat or a Republican. I don't know. It looks like Luke is the diddler, according to your that's
whatever weird fantasies you guys have. Like, please keep it to yourself, please. I think Twitter's down too. I'm having.
It seems like it has been for like it's been going down. Like
it's
a lot
it's
lately.
On the fryer. It's definitely not doing too well. How are you guys doing? How's your guys' weekend? What did you guys get into? I see more studio upgrades. I'm gonna have to upgrade my studio now. What the hell?
I think yours is still pretty clean. I think that maybe some lighting would help you. Like
the problem is I do usually have lighting, right? But looking
that's
at
a little better.
The light,
looking
at this, it's gonna destroy my eyes. Like I'm already dealing with like significant eye fatigue. And it's like I could do it for my show because it's on and off in like a few minutes, but like 2 hours with the light beaming in your eyeballs like that, I just can't deal with that. It just kills my eyes. So I
switched everything to soft lights in my whole studio now, and that seems to have helped with like just eye fatigue. Like I don't have my overhead lights on anymore. It's just all soft, like these little LED soft lamps like this all around. It
very
looks
vibey,
okay.
very spa energy.
It is very cucumber water.
Do you guys hear my rooster in the background?
I did hear your rooster. Yeah, I did hear that. I'm sure your neighbors love that.
I gotta get rid of him. If anyone in Miami wants a nice rooster that they promise not to eat, I had one of my friends. She was like, "I'm gonna take him." I'm like, "Okay, I'll trade you a couple chicks for this like rooster. It's a badass rooster." He's really mad that I misgendered him because his name was Chicken Head. Now it's Mr. Chicken Head. He doesn't like that. And he's very defensive. He's a fighter. Okay. You know, he's a tough one. So now I was like, okay, I'll trade you some chicks, but you got to promise not to eat them. At first she was like, okay, yeah. And I'm like, are you really not going to eat them? She's like, I might eat them. And I'm like, I can't give you my rooster then. Like I grew him up since it was like a little baby.
I'll take him.
But you don't want to keep him.
I'll take him and I won't eat him.
Okay.
But put him in the mail. Shove him in a
like Flat Stanley style.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There's ways of doing this. Right.
Well, I mean, the problem is it would cost us $150 in shipping for a $5 bird.
But if you really want it, like I don't care. Like that sounds cool. Because then the chicken lives on. I get to check in on the chicken. I get to check in how he's doing.
Yes, yes. We are.
You know, make sure your dogs don't kill him. I trained my dogs not to attack the chickens. I trained my dog.
Yeah.
But that might be a little bit difficult.
You know, you've been to my house, right? So you know, like that outbuilding in the back when you would like sit in the backyard. We're building a coop off the back of that so that you can go into that outbuilding and then go into the chicken coop, and then they'll have a small area inside that'll be heated. But it's not ready yet. But if you don't need a rooster to get eggs. Did you just get a rooster because you're like, fuck it?
I got 2 chicks. So I got a birthday present. It was 2 chicks, and I was raising them. And then I'm like, why is one bigger than the other? Why is one more aggressive than the other one? And then it's like, what the hell? Like, well, and I'm like, and then one day it's just like, and I'm like, what the fuck? The chickens don't make those noise.
Yeah, you got fooled.
And then he was misgendered the whole time, and then he's really pissed. He's really angry. He's a fighter, so he's a tough SOB. Well,
yeah, so I mean, I feel like you're unintentionally making a great advertisement to anybody in the Miami area who may also be involved in the cockfighting world.
I don't want that either. I don't want no negative juju. I raised this little chicken. I raised this little rooster myself. So
fair enough.
I think you should just keep him. I think you should just hang on to him. You're obviously emotionally attached. I respect that. You're not going to be. There's not going to be no home good enough for you, and I think you should just.
Yeah, can you get the vocal cords severed maybe at the vet? That's something they can do.
That doesn't sound ethical. That doesn't sound right.
It doesn't. Yeah, I don't even declaw my cats. I don't think I could do
noise, it. That's the issue. There's other issues. You can't have one chick and one rooster. You got to have more chicks.
Yeah.
I don't have the space for more chicks. So if I'm going to have anything, I'm just going to have a couple chicks. I can't. So I'm going to need now more, and I don't have the territory, and it's not going to give him a good life. I want to make sure he has a good life. Mr. Chicken Head.
Mr. Chicken Head, by the way. All right. I've got a doctor's appointment today at like 2. I've got to leave at like 2:15, so I guess we should get into. Yes, in my ball sack, but that's a new. It's a new. Well,
no, it's like the hyaluronic acid. It's like the skiers at the Olympics. You're trying to get a couple extra feet on your jump.
That's right. I'm smooth maxing.
I didn't know that your wellness era involved, whatever skiing sport that is in Olympics.
Well, sometimes, you got to remember, every little aspect of it is part of it. But I do want to give a quick shout out to Rumble Wallet. This video is actually, you know what? I forgot. I got to get let me get this available here. I don't have the QR code, and I think I got yelled at last time I didn't put the QR code on the screen, which is a fair thing to be upset about. So shout out to Rumble Wallet. You may have seen the conversations happening online lately. Censorship is back. It's happening everywhere. Platforms are controlling narratives and pushing the stuff they want us to see. We need to fight back. Rumble is the only company that has stood the test of time and deserves our support. On one side, Rumble is challenging big tech censorship, but now on the other side, they have introduced something that will give us protection from big banks shutting us out. Banks can cancel accounts and freeze our cards. I just see actually Tyler Oliveira just got shut out of Patreon, by the way.
Yeah.
Banks
and sponsors.
and sponsors, yeah. Maybe we'll talk about that later. That's why they launched Rumble Wallet, a wallet that no one can cancel and a wallet that supporters can use instantly to tip creators like myself without any middlemen taking cuts. With Rumble Wallet, you control your money, not a bank, not a government, not a tech company, not even Rumble can touch it. It's yours, only yours, to protect your future and family. And also, you can buy digital assets like Bitcoin, Tether Gold, and now USAT, Tether's US regulated stablecoin, in one place. Tether Gold is real gold on the blockchain with ownership of physical gold bars. USAT keeps your money steady against inflation, no banks needed. It's not only a wallet to buy and save, but also allows you to support your favorite creators by easily tipping them with the click of a button. There's no fees when you tip my channel or others, when we actually receive it instantly, unlike other platforms. So support our show and other creators by using the tip button on the Rumble channel or wallet.rumble.com, or you can download Rumble Wallet today, open an account, or search Rumble Wallet on the app stores. Yeah, did we I don't really know why he got banned. I know why he's saying he got banned, and I'm not saying he's lying.
It could have been something else that they
That's
found.
what I say. Yeah,
because there's a chance of that happening too. My friend just sent me this, by the way.
Well, I heard you were moving. I read somewhere. Is this Costa Rica move thing happening?
I have no idea.
Costa Rica?
What?
That's cool.
Who?
That's what I heard.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Oh, is it like a secret?
Oh,
No.
we didn't know.
I have no idea what you guys are even talking about.
Oh, that's I heard that you were moving to Costa Rica. I guess
who
maybe
said
that's
that?
not true. I was all over the internet. I don't know. There's just lots of people saying about, you going to, yeah, I don't know.
Costa Rica.
I've heard that too. I just thought it was like a quiet thing. Like,
Yeah, I didn't know if you
What
were
are you
not,
guys
if you're not
gaslighting
talking
me about?
Yeah,
What is
not-
this? What is this?
Dude,
Costa
I don't know.
Rica.
There's
You're
no
the one who loves
gaslighting. Yeah.
Florida and like warm weather. It made sense to me.
Yeah, let's talk about Tim Walz right now. So Tim Walz is testifying, and it's not going well. He's had several outbursts in front of the Oversight Committee. Is there anything other than a black pill for these oversight? Has anything good? Has any justice ever been served from other than viral moments for Trey Gowdy?
Only against the Republicans that are held in contempt of Congress.
Yeah.
That they get prosecuted for, that the DOJ now doesn't have the balls to do. So the Republicans, listen, you got to give them credit. They love their strongly worded letters, like Pam Bondi says.
Who doesn't, really?
Yeah. I mean, Pam Bondi even talked about sending a strongly worded letter to Tim Walz, right? You remember that a couple weeks ago?
She did
Everyone's
the actual meme. Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing the meme without even us wanting to do it. So the Republicans, really great heels in the wrestling world, really great fake bad guys, but really just no action at all. But this kind of shows you how members of Congress are at least trying to do something. And again, it's not much, but like I think we're reaching a point where these meetings are more blackpilling, like you just admitted to, because it's like, okay, we get it. We know they're corrupt. We know they're evil. Tulsi Gabbard gave criminal referrals for Russiagate on Pam Bondi's desk. Pam Bondi has not acted on that. It's an absolute failure. News. I mean, how much could they tell us? How many memes could we get posted by Trump about how bad the Democrats are, and then still realize here that we're not getting any legitimate action here that needs to happen, right? If this was Republicans getting, lying under oath, not testifying to Congress like the Clintons previously did, they would have all been in jail. These Democrats need to be held accountable. We need to get our heads straight. We need to stop focusing on foreign endeavors and start focusing on fixing this country while we still have a slim majority, which we're going to lose very soon. And it's just all so tiresome. Sorry.
Well, let me ask, shout out to Kalshi, because the hearing's going on right now. So I thought I'd use it for this. Shout out to Kalshi. It's, you can use it to check odds or track sentiment. This is the only place you can trade these kind of events legally in all 50 states. I have a $10 promo for users who sign up with our link or code in the description. So kalshi.com/quartering. So definitely if you are interested in getting into some prediction market stuff, that's an interesting thing to do. Today it was, what will Tim Walz say in the Oversight Fraud Committee? I always think these are super wild cards. Like,
Islamophobia is my favorite one on there.
Islamophobia is a long shot. AI was at 99%.
It's high. I mean,
no, it's because he did say AI. They that's why it's 99. He did say that.
It's like stuff that's definitely enabled that or
yeah, because
that's
it's because this is real time. So like you can see people started betting at autism. Autistic was only at 6%. People started bidding, being like, well, yeah, it's going to come up high. Joe Biden, Islamophobia. I think the Somalian one was going to be a home run. And what do you make of the? Let's see if I have some clips here because some of them are pretty hilarious. Again, like I get, I don't want to get too. It's an epic ownage, but then at the end of the day, he's just going to go home and have no charges,
no consequences for his legal actions. Defrauding the American taxpayer. Please, God Almighty, let there be some justice in this world.
I feel like Tim Walz is the one guy that could go down. I feel
because I don't think the DNC is willing to defend him, right?
Yes, that's what I mean.
He kind of got shoved onto a national spotlight. He doesn't have a ton of political allies. I don't think he has a ton of political capital. Comer said he enabled fraud. That's the big question. And so if Tim Walz, who's obviously not running for governor again, he's bowed out of that race. If he doesn't face any kind of consequence here, does that mean that the implication is we've shook our fingers at them and now Minnesota's going to close its loopholes that allowed this fraud? Or I kind of question, it's not that they shouldn't have this meeting and make him answer questions. It's at least something better than nothing. But doesn't it come down to the state ultimately to prevent this kind of abuse from happening if it's the states that's distributing the funds, even if they're gathered federally?
Yeah, there might be, I think there is a crossover. There is some federal. Is it a male holiday today? Is the mail not running today? Holiday for men. I'm waiting for
having a male holiday during Women's History Month. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, there is an International Men's Day. I don't know when it is, but
why don't you know what it is?
No, June 19th and May 25th are the next one.
Okay, I have a signature only package coming today, and the mailman is usually here way before now. But anyway, I mean, I think there's some federal reach here because they're using federal dollars, so. It may be, there may be, here's an example. As a white pill, all 37 of the protesters who went into that church have now been arrested, including 2 that fled the country.
Wow.
That was federal. There was these local her DAs that let them off the hook. And then they went federally to what's her name? I always want to call her Pajit, but it's not. It's Harmeet. I think Harmeet Dillon. Is that her name? Yeah. Whenever I see Harmeet, there's Atlas. So
excited for Costa Rica.
Yeah, I don't know. The heat's probably not going to be great for the dog, but I think they'll probably get used to it.
What the hell is Costa Rica thing?
I don't know. That's just what everyone's saying. I don't know.
Supportive of your international move.
Yeah, if you're not going, that's okay. That's cool. So there is possibly some federal step in here, but I do. If anybody's going down, Tim Walz just has that face where they could hang him out to dry. They just might. I don't think he's going to prison, but. We're talking about hundreds of millions. The spending on autism under his governorship went up by 41,000%. I think it was. It went from a few $1 million to 400 million, and 85% of the 90 people indicted for that fraud were Somali, and Somalis vote Democrat. So that's what like Jim Jordan was basically setting him up. Like, you willingly let this shit go on so they would vote for Democrats is what I guess is what they're implying.
Either
Yeah,
you
not just
willingly let it
that,
happen
not
or
just that,
you're ignorant.
But
Yeah.
he also did the driver's license for all initiative. He gave driver's license to illegals.
So they could vote. Yes.
Yeah. And then he did same day voter registration. And the only thing you needed for same day voter registration was literally a driver's license.
Yeah.
It's like when you start unraveling the fraud here, this is why the Republicans really need to like put on their big boy pants and stop sending letters and just doing these committee hearings. They need to fully investigate how the entire system is rigged, because it's rigged against them. And unless we unravel this, we got the low level players. Yeah, we got some like street activists that are like deranged a little bit, like sure, whatever.
Still
but
good though.
Like,
still good.
But it's nothing comparatively to the larger problems that we're facing ahead of things like the SAVE Act, which isn't even being prioritized, right?
Yeah,
My
I mean,
part of it is like, can we get the SAVE Act now? Can we get the SAVE Act? Can we get the SAVE Act? And it's like, okay, yeah, but now we're going to be
the best we can give you is war.
8 weeks, 8 weeks now. The peak headset announced. I'm like, okay, that's good.
Well, I thought I saw somewhere where the majority leader said that they did have the votes to pass the SAVE Act, because they need 2/3 vote, right, to pass it. And so, I mean, if you have the votes, why the fuck aren't you doing it? Like, get the thing passed. Like, what are we doing here?
It comes to the floor
MTG
today, right?
Mm-hmm.
MTG really made a really
right.
good point talking about how these like big omnibus bills are really stupid, and we need to pass single issue bills consecutively, quickly, fast, so we don't get all the pork, we don't get all the nonsense, we don't get all the fraud, we don't get all the abuse. Just single issue bills that are important, like
They should be banned, I think.
the transports thing.
Every bill should be a single issue bill. I have yet to hear a convincing argument of why we should have these omnibus bills. Like, I got like bill pilled with the whatchamacallit, the oh my god, the 9/11 Act, Patriot Act. It was like, first of all, the Patriot Act was a disaster. And second of all, why in the hell did they ban online poker? Like, it had nothing to do with like the Iraq War. It had nothing to do with terrorism. It was just like, oh, by the way, we tacked on online poker. Like, what the like? No, like, it should have to be a single bill, single issue. That's it. Like, I agree. Like, I don't know any like actual good argument for these omnibus bills, because it just,
well, I mean, that's the thing. You'll have
It's for
Congress be like, well, it
lobbyists.
allows us to deal with a lot of issues all at once, which I think unilaterally Americans are like, we don't want you to do that. We don't
Right.
think that you should just be able to be like, we'll throw everything together and you guys can just close your eyes and pretend everything's fine. I mean, I think it's not even like, it's not a conservative talking point to say that you want single issue bills. I think it's very moderate at this point. And you know, being able to basically say, like, we have so much work to do, we must have the procedures continue the way they are, is how they stranglehold a lot of things. I mean, when Tom Tillis was holding up promotions for the U.S. military, it was promotions and appointments, people were really mad at him. Left-wing media was going on and on. He was trying to say he wanted them to codify a decision of whether you could use like military funding to allow abortions to go through. And there was always a way to individually bring the promotions to the floor. But the committee was like, we can't do that. It'll take way too long. So instead, for like months, they were just like, he's holding everything up, which is just a lie. Like, they could have made progress if they wanted to. They could have called the issue to the floor. He said he would drop it if he lost the vote. And instead, it's like, they're trying to go against the way we do things. How could you do this? I mean, it's the same reason, like, a lot of lip service is paid to why we should not allow insider trading among members of Congress. And they're like, yes, I totally agree. And that never seems to go anywhere. I mean, this was one of the only call to actions that Trump clearly had in his State of Union. And I don't really see anyone spearheading that right now. Yeah.
It's, I mean, the SAVE Act, I don't really know. You know, I just, Is it even? Can anybody confirm to me that it would even be in effect for the midterms? Do we know if it would even affect the midterms?
If it passes, it's implemented
Okay.
for the midterms from everything I've read, which is one of the reasons that like left-wing people who are saying like it's an obstacle get so upset about it because they're like it would happen immediately. What was the latest one? They're like married women who haven't changed their name could have a problem voting. Or whatever.
Well, they won't. Yeah, and that's all. That's just their new.
It's the same thing with like anyone who has to get a driver's license.
Yeah,
you know,
right,
it's not that different.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys make of the primaries? People are saying these are all big surprises, but I was pretty sure everyone knew that Al Green was going to get ousted. Now he got forced into a runoff. I don't think he officially lost, right? Shout out to Brendan Herrera, who he forced a runoff, even though he won the popular vote. It's just neither person got 50%, so they have to do a runoff, which I think actually sucks for a guy like Brendan Herrera because it's going to be a whole nother pile of money that he's going to need to do to like to
go again,
to re-promote himself over the next month so that people go and vote again. Jasmine Crockett lost her position to somebody even more woke. No, I don't think so. But like
more woke, but more polished. Like that's
way more polished.
The scary thing about him. He's much more like official politician than she ever was.
He's definitely like trans babies lives matter guy. So like this isn't a win for Republicans even by any stretch of the imagination. And actually like Jasmine Crockett, there's some element of me that is like
I liked her. She had,
like I think she's
good for the media.
That's exactly where I'm going with that. Like it would having Ilhan Omar get voted out be better or worse for Republicans overall? Like I don't actually think so because she's such a goofball that
Who would we be mad at?
Yeah, like Al Green, I get that he's like a nobody. Like he doesn't even make headlines. He has this little like we're not apes things, and then he's gonna go retire and be one of those Indians at cigar shops. But like losing Jasmine Crockett kind of sucks. Like she was at least interesting, and she was good for like Republicans to dunk on. Yeah,
I'm happy Den Crenshaw lost. That's also another major white pill here.
That's a good one.
Pat McCain gone, luckily. All the memes of people online, Josie the redhead libertarian, and Nick Fuentes are dunking on Dan Crenshaw today in very hilarious ways.
Who beat him?
That's good to see. Trump needs to endorse Brandon Herrera. I don't know what the hell.
I know what the hell is he doing.
It shouldn't be as close as it is.
Well, especially because that guy's like in the middle of a massive scandal. The guy he's running against should be stepping down, not running for re-election. Isn't he the one that's got like these spicy text messages, or am I confusing him with somebody else?
No, that's him.
That's Brandon Herrera's,
No, Brandon Herrera doesn't have the.
It's not Brandon Herrera. It's the other guy. It's what's his name? Tony
Gonzalez. Yeah. So like, I don't know why Trump doesn't like. Trump certainly like. That's a perfect example of a guy that Barron should be telling Trump about. Like he needs to be like, yo, get this guy over the edge. Like it would be a huge win for like YouTubers, like one of us in an elected position. Like that would be bonkers.
I mean, I wonder if in some ways, because the scandal around Gonzalez is like so ugly, if there's like a hesitation from the Trump administration to draw extra attention to the race.
It's just staying out of it. Yeah. Well,
I know that sounds bad, but like, you know, they're officially investigating, like the House is investigating it and they are like making progress now. Maybe there was a I don't know, not wanting to give Democrats something to run headlines on.
Yeah. In memoriam here, Jasmine Crockett, everybody.
We don't have this anymore.
Yeah. Oh, we lost it.
She's going to miss.
No, because you know what? Her ass will have a show on MSNBC by the end of the week.
What if she does it? That would mean that they also don't like her.
Yeah, no, there's no way. She's got too big of a personality. She'll be on there. Like,
wasn't she going to launch a podcast? Am I wrong in thinking that?
I mean, I'm sure they all do, but like, I mean, she's strictly like in Magic the Gathering when you're comparing cards. you'll say like, oh, this card's strictly better than that card. Like it's an upgrade. Like she's strictly better than Joy Reid. Like, I mean, Joy Reid, I don't know if she's still on the air, but like she's younger, she's more attractive, she's more bombastic, she's more entertaining. There's no way she doesn't get a TV show. Like she'll be on CNN or MSNBC, guaranteed.
Supportive of Jasmine Crockett. I never would have guessed.
I mean, she's a dumb twat, but
You're like Jasmine, you've got a bright future ahead of you. Just go towards the mainstream light.
Yeah, read a book, Jasmine. Like I still want to be able to dunk on you. Yeah. Like I could see her on The
what was
View.
really interesting about these primaries, especially in Texas, the amount of Democrats that turned out. Democrats overwhelmingly showed up a lot more than the Republicans, as a lot of people are saying Texas could be blue. And if Texas is blue, the Republicans will never win an election ever again.
Well, but Republicans, this is a problem that they've had as long as I've been paying attention, is showing up in midterms.
Yeah.
This is like, well, we got our guy in the Oval Office. I'm done voting for 4 years. And then we lose the House and Senate, and they're like, "Bah, bah, bah,
they're like, how could this happen? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's crazy. And then like Jasmine is very smart. This is a character she's playing to gain support among black voters. I actually think that's true. Mm-hmm. I think that her ghetto-ness is an act to be relatable. Didn't she? I think she went to like a fancy school. I'm pretty sure.
It's not unlike what Michelle Obama has basically been doing since leaving the White. I mean, she will like imply basically she had to act white and go back and talk or whatever. I mean, she's changed her look dramatically.
Switching.
Right. Like she is saying it's, Michelle Obama walked so Jasmine Crockett's image could run. I mean, there is a decision. I think it's purposeful. The challenge is like, who is she marketable towards? So if like she got picked up by MSNBC, is she going to stay in this character? Do they want that?
Yes.
Or is she,
they want
think
that.
So?
Yeah, they have enough boring black people. They need someone who's going to be like, I mean, this, they had Don Lemon on CNN. That didn't work out. You need somebody who's going to say some shit, get some viral clips. I'm just talking from a TV perspective. I think
debate and argue and fight.
Debate, yeah. Like she would be good on that CNN panel show to go up against Scott Jennings. Like she is a moron. Like her politics are moronic, but I think she's not dumb. I do think she's done in politics, though. Yeah. I think she's done.
Thing to look at here. GOP voter turnout was down in every state yesterday. DNC turnout was up. And it looks like the primary held in Texas yesterday had the highest number of Democrat votes in primary history ever. So
down compared to like the last set of primaries, or down compared to election, like the presidential election?
I'll send you the clip here of the turnout here, as they're talking about the highest Texas Senate Democratic primary turnout ever.
Okay.
Yeah, that's here. I got it.
The word to describe it for Democrats: tremendous turnout.
This guy's
Democrats.
He's even using the Trump things. Like this guy's always, his job is to be surprised by data
and deliver like Republicans are doing well news. And
right. Like Republicans. Whoa.
I mean, woof.
He did it.
This Democratic Senate primary turnout. The highest ever was this primary. We're already up to 2.3 million, and that's only with 92% of the estimated voting. That will climb ever higher. The 2000s average was less than 1 million. They've more than doubled the average turnout.
Yeah, but what was it in 2024? Right.
Well, it looks like he's comparing primaries to primaries based on what I can see on the screen.
He's comparing it to the 2000s average. So he's using 24 years of data. What was it in 2024? You know what I mean? Was it 2.29 million, or was it is it closer to the mean?
His old record was 2.2 million in 2008.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so
but that's
that is
same
concerning.
Time as presidential primary, which is also interesting to note. Like during a year that there's a presidential election, I would assume
primary show up.
It's notable that it's high, even though there's not a presidential election going on.
Yeah, this is something that should be raising the alarm bells to get the SAVE Act done. This should be Jasmine Crockett still blamed the Republicans, and she said the vote was rigged.
Yeah, she was saying
like,
Dallas County.
Oh, now we need election integrity, huh?
Well, it's not that she could lose. It's just stolen from her. And that will
Yeah.
be the campaign going forward. I was wrong. Similar to Kamala Harris, I assume. Maybe they'll start a podcast together.
Oh, yeah. No. Kamala's running for president. She's not doing.
She's busy.
Come on. She tried it. Oh, no. Was that Obama? Yeah, Obama tried. Was it? No, who was it?
Michelle
Was it
Obama
Michelle?
has a podcast with her brother.
Yeah, and it's embarrassing. It gets like 1,000 views. Like it was. I think that's the one. Now maybe it kills on Spotify and nobody watches it on YouTube because I don't really use Spotify. Brett Herrera got 1,000 more votes than Gonzalez. Still not enough to avoid the runoff, but I'm stoked. How does that work with the runoff? Do you keep the votes you have, or does everyone have to revote again?
Everyone revotes again.
Yeah, see, I don't like that.
And then the other candidates are no longer
They're
running.
out.
And then
Yeah. Okay.
So it looks like the primary race for the U.S. Senate in Texas is also a big battle, as a lot of people are talking about how Trump is about to endorse John Cornyn. And a lot of people are talking about how he's a scumbag of the deep state and neocon, and Trump should endorse Herrera and not John Cornyn. Mike Cernovich is going off about this, saying we're spending over $100 million trying to get this deep state guy elected, and Trump's endorsing him. Showing a lot of kind of disappointment here.
Yeah. I don't know that the Trump endorsement really matters that much. I mean, there is a press wave that happens, which I think would be good. But I think historically, he's barely batting 500. Like a Trump endorsement does not make or break
a race.
No, it might tip one that's very close, which is why the Herrera would be a good one. Especially if he gave him like a full throw to like get your ass out and vote for Brendan Herrera in the runoff election on this date.
Sure. And with Texas potentially like leaning purple or going blue or whatever, having a call to action might motivate voters who that is a driving fear. It's not true in all races that have the same kind of social parameters.
Who defeated Eye Patch McCain? Who was that? Here, let's pull up the midterm. Hannah Claire sent this. Okay, so if we go to Texas, what district was he? 2?
The guy's name is Steve Toth.
Toth. He killed him. 55.8 to 40. What do we know about Steve Toth? He looks like a pretty run-of-the-mill Republican guy to me.
He's
got
a
big
pastor
head.
From what I know about it. But maybe I'm wrong.
How are our Texans feeling about Toth? He's good.
You got to call Melanie Mack. Be like, is this your vote?
She voted yesterday. I know that.
Is she in this district? I don't know. I don't want to say that, but,
Well, she's in the Dallas area, so I don't know. I mean, that's not too specific. So I don't know if she's in this district or not. I mean, what do you think Dan Crenshaw's primary downfall was? I mean, that's a pretty bad showing. He got beat by 10,000 votes. Like, did this Toth guy just have more money? Were people sick of Eye Patch McCain? I mean, Dan
Crenshaw had like a moment in the sun when he first hit the political scene, but he hasn't been particularly popular among like the conservative talking heads on the internet for a long time. He's
not MAGA, right? He's kind of like a rhino guy.
People think he got wealthy off of warmongering and stocks and stuff
he
like that.
He hates Tucker Carlson. He attacked Tucker Carlson a lot. He's like the Ben Shapiro of politicians.
Sean Ryan called him out too.
There was another. I think the last time he was up for re-election, there was a question of like, would he lose? Because it seemed like his district was supportive of him. So I'd be curious to hear from a voter from that district to see like why the tide has shifted. From what I know, Steve Toth is like a local business owner in the area. And so maybe he just has more ties to the community. I mean, at this point, Crenshaw's been
that sounds like a guy that owns like 35 car dealerships. Something like that.
He has like a pool company or
Come
something.
on down to Toth Auto, where we are straight shooting.
If you were like, this guy is definitely from our area. I see him on the local billboards and I actually feel connected to him. Maybe if you're tired of McCain, because he's been reelected several times, this is who you would go for.
Yeah. Well, this guy's the neocon. This guy's we need war with Iran.
Yeah.
Great. Let's do everything for one foreign country in the Middle East. As a lot of people are reporting that he, quote, lost sight of his constituents' interest.
Oh, he didn't put his eye on the prize. Yeah, he did have a little insider trading going on too. Not that everybody in everybody in Congress seems to have insider trading. I mean, I don't know.
He was definitely blindsided.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have the depth perception for his.
He
for
didn't
the
see
future.
this loss coming.
No, he definitely didn't. Yeah, the also, by the way, there's a little bit going on with Iran right now. Apparently, Iran has launched some missiles at Turkey. I don't know. I mean, I assume it's probably at a U.S. military base in Turkey, but Turkey is a NATO ally, and I don't know. It's I don't know what they were firing at. I don't know what they were firing at. I assume a U.S. military base in Turkey. I feel like Iran
we had
is
a major CIA base hit. We had Amazon hit. We had a oil refinery in Saudi Arabia hit. It looks like the Iranians are just trying to, they're not trying to have a full conventional war. They're trying to disrupt. Right?
Yeah,
they're trying to destroy the world economic order. They're trying to go after trade. They're trying to go after oil. They're trying to make this a war of consequences for Trump. And of course, this was always their strategy. They learned from Iraq in 2003 how Iraq fell and was decapitated. The U.S. strategy here, sadly, is decapitate the head of the snake. But the Iranian regime literally prepared for this. The Ayatollah knew he was going to die. He was offered safe passage to Russia. He didn't take it. He had prostate cancer. He was very old. He understood he was going to die. He accepted his faith. And now we got to deal with a bunch of jihadis and Shiites that just saw their religious figure that they worshipped murdered, and then people kind of bragging about it, which doesn't really create a good type of situation for the region and for American safety, as of course there are sleeper cells and admitted FBI threats from a lot of these kind of jihadi terrorists that we already saw unfold their jihad attack in Austin, Texas, where sadly Americans lost their life because of it.
Yeah, there is the kind of this, oh, you can't draw, I think Dave Smith made the argument, you can't draw Muhammad, but what do you think is going to happen when you kill their mullah or whatever, their like religious person? Like it's
when you kill their essential like leader of their religion, like their pope. Yeah. It's like and it's just sad because like this is going to lead to a lot of blowback, which we got to be careful of and now be on the lookout. I was at the range this Saturday. I'm offering training for all of my friends in Miami. If you're in Miami, you need some, training on self-defense, because sadly the reality of the situation is, even local police departments, couple of police departments around me said, hey, we're watching a lot of serious threats here that are becoming more and more serious. So be on the lookout, watch out, report anything suspicious. But that's the reality that we're dealing with, that sadly now we're going to have to deal with for the next few years, which sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that it's minimized. And to be honest, it's been, I want to be careful how I word this because I don't want to like will it into existence, but it's been pretty limited right now. I think Iran is kind of, they're kind of spurging right now. They're bombing like everything they can. I don't know just if chat knows what the target was well, let's see if this video says it.
This is breaking news. Turkey's Ministry of Defense says that an Iranian ballistic missile was launched toward their country, and it was shot down by NATO air defense systems. Fragments of that missile landing in southern Turkey. This is a major development and the first time that a country like Turkey has received incoming Iranian ballistic missile fire.
So there are a lot of major significant American military installations in Turkey. All right.
Yeah.
So that's probably what they were going after. And their strategy here is they understand that the American defensive Patriot missiles and THAAD missile defense systems are expensive and you can't put them everywhere. And that's why they're going Saudi Arabia. That's why they're going after Amazon. That's why they're going after all these other countries in the region, because they understand, like, okay, we have our defenses, but we can't be everywhere all the time. And that's their strategy here, to disrupt and to create chaos, as they have even shown capabilities of not needing launch pads and silos to launch their missiles. They have shown to launch their missiles from underground and go after their targets here. And then this is their strategic battle of attrition that they're trying to implement, because they have a $10,000, $30,000 drone. It costs us $5 to $25 million to shoot that down, and they have an unlimited supply of those little drones that they're just launching everywhere.
Well, okay. Well, I'd have to fact check those numbers. I don't think it's $25 million to shoot one down. Pretty sure we just shoot them. We get in our fighter jets and we shoot down. Yeah, we shoot them down for a couple $100,000. But like,
no, it's a couple million with the TAD and the Patriot missile systems.
Well, Patriot missiles, sure. Yeah, I'm talking about these drones that we're shooting right out of the sky with jets and stuff like that. Those slow moving drones. I also think that yes, I think what you're saying are valid concerns, but also now Turkey's going to retaliate. So now, and then by the way, Saudi Arabia bombed them. I'm pretty sure. Like you have Saudi Arabia now joining the war to fight Israel's war. Like, I don't know that if they are, if that's really going to work out for them. If spreading the missiles around.
Their strategy. This is their.
I understand. I understand, but I'm saying now Turkey's going to bomb them too, and now Saudi Arabia's bombing them. They're picking a lot of fights with a lot of different people.
But if they're in defensive positions in the hills that are extremely difficult to target, and they're just launching everything underground and they can't be targeted, this is creating a kind of like weird situation, as the United States even talked about moving towards these kind of glided bomb systems rather than smart munitions as well. So it's geopolitically trying to war game all of this. It's important to understand there's a lot of fog of war. There's a lot of fake news out there as well. The Iranians are claiming that they killed 500 Americans. That's not true. Do we know the official numbers? We don't know yet, but we do know that the Iranians
at least
have
5.
I think it was 6 last time I heard. But again, it's not going to be
0.
advantageous for America to announce they're dead. It's not going to be advantageous to tell the Iranians what worked and didn't work, right? They can't say, hey, they got us here in this specific thing, because the Iranians are going to be like, what missile was that? What direction? So America's going to have to keep quiet, and they are keeping quiet on the true severity of this. So are the Israelis, and so are the Iranians. This is war. In the war, truth is the first casualty. Lots of propaganda going back and forth here. And the one thing that I kind of caution about is this kind of, a lot of people like to always say their enemies are stupid. I don't think the Iranians are, stupid. I think they have been preparing for this ever since 2003, and we should take that into consideration moving forward.
Well, I want to get Hank-Claire's take here, but I hard disagree. I do think they are stupid, and I do think that if they were that great, then why can't they take out Israel? Like, the best they've ever done is snuck a few missiles through their Iron Dome. That's the best Iran's ever done. I'm just not afraid of them, which is why I don't like invading them in the first place. I don't believe, when they said, who said it? Well, they're only a little bit away from having missiles that could hit New York. And I'm like, no, they're fucking not. Like, the issue to me is that I am not afraid of them, which is why I don't think we should be participating in the war. If you want to go fly over and blow up their nuke facility, I don't care about that. This prolonged stuff, I don't think, why hasn't Iran conquered Israel? Why hasn't Iran done any significant damage to Israel? Why hasn't Iran taken out any of Israel's leaders? They've done nothing. And
because Israel has the United States backing them and fully defending them, and we have the #1 superpower in the world. Now, the thing that I also kind of warn and caution about is, we're just learning about drone warfare. Iran has been developing it since 2003, and that's why the Russians, the Ukrainians, and the Americans are reverse engineering their drones.
It's basically all that is going on in Ukraine now. They're using these $10,000 drones, and they're like just using them one for one to kill troops. Like I've seen these like video montages, and like the Russian troops just like lay down and accept their fate. Like the drone just comes in, bzzz, and they're like standing right over, and they're just like, well, fuck, and then they just blow up. Like there's and
the same happens to the poor Ukrainians as well, man. Like the Ukrainians are being blown up too with all these like drones and artillery. It's a totally new war where tanks and ships get destroyed by cheap drones. We have a lot of tanks. We have a lot of ships.
How's that Iranian Navy doing, by the way?
Well, they got blown up off of the coast of, I think it was Sri Lanka.
They thought they were in international waters. Yeah. All 11 sunk.
Waters that got blown up by a torpedo today as well.
Luke, I'm just saying, like, I mean,
the Iranians understand.
Their next Navy better have glass bottoms on them so they can see the old Navy.
Yeah. Obviously, the Iranians aren't going to fight the type of war that Iraq fought, right? They're not going to fight the same type of war.
Yeah.
Their leadership has been decentralized, so it could operate even when you cut off the head of the snake. American doctrine is cutting off the head of the snake. Donald Trump wanted negotiations. The Iranians are saying, no, we're no longer negotiating. Obviously, we're the number one superpower.
When did that happen? When did they say they weren't? You said Iran said they weren't negotiating anymore? Because at last I heard they wanted to negotiate and Trump said no.
So this is the kind of fog of war. We're hearing multiple reports of the Iranians first saying no, Trump wanting to negotiate. And then, of course, who do you believe here? It's up to your own personal choices.
It's somewhere in the middle.
Clearly, the longer that this goes on, the more global markets are going to be disrupted. And a lot of people talk about how this was the kind of strategy war gamed here by the Russians, Chinese, and the Iranians against America to draw us out, get us low and depleted. And then, of course, the dangerous part comes in when Russia could escalate with Ukraine, China could escalate with Taiwan, and we can't give Taiwan defensive missiles or capabilities, as there's now even rumors about us taking all of our defensive THAAD systems from South Korea and then moving them into the Middle East, as our former allies like Spain and Britain are saying we can't even use their islands to refuel and to rearm, which Trump is really pissed off about. So again, lots of moving parts here, lots of different reports coming in here. But I would just warn, the longer it's drawn out, the more we're going to play into a strategy that's not going to be advantageous for the American interests, the American people. Now we're in danger of economic severe problems. We're in danger of domestic terrorism. We're in danger of domestic trade being disrupted. All the Iranians have to do is get rid of the Saudi Arabian desalination plant, and Saudi Arabia is screwed. And that's also a big possibility that could happen here. Of course, there's going to be more.
Yeah, but it all has to be
conflict now.
If they have to do it though. That'd be like saying, "What we're really worried about is a nuke." Yeah, okay. Like they have to. If they did that, then Saudi Arabia would fucking nuke them into oblivion. Like I don't see them picking a war in Saudi Arabia. I mean, although you never know. Like seriously, like they might say, well, we're going to lose. We're going to fucking take a bunch of shit with us. If you were saying,
we're going to make it long, drawn out, and difficult for, America to sustain this. And, Donald Trump changing the kind of timeline. First he said 4 weeks, then
now it's
5 weeks.
Yeah.
Now it's 8. Isn't good, right? Especially when you look at the possible trap that we could be falling into, that I think is worth at least wargaming and at least considering and having an honest conversation about. Regardless, the future of Iran is going to be a civil war with multiple tribes and ethnicities fighting over water in the future. That's going to be what's going to be happening there. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be a refugee crisis. It's going to be global jihadism again. And And that's awful. And that's going to destabilize not just the region, the world. And now we're losing a lot of stockpile. Donald Trump is meeting with major producers of the military industrial complex today to make sure that we're going to be producing enough munitions here. But
I'm sure we have plenty.
Spending on that, rather than how much money are we spending on, things that actually matter to the American people and addressing healthcare, home prices, our infrastructure. That's the real crux.
You can make one argument or the other, though. Like, if you're mad about the money, I agree. But it's not like we
I'm
can't
mad
make more
about the
fucking
situation.
bombs. Yeah, but we can
I'm
make
mad
all
about
the bombs we
situation
need.
because I think
Like,
our priority should be at home.
yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm saying I'm not worried about America building enough bombs. I'm not worried about us having enough missiles. I'm not worried about us, like that's all nonsense. If you're worried about the money, fine.
Yeah. I am, because of the larger financial consequences, right? Look at our economy. Look at the
War
debt
is
that
good
we're
for
in.
economy, Luke. What brought
disagree.
the country out of the Great Depression?
You're going to make that argument for the wars in the Middle East recently? I mean, we could talk about World War II, but that's a different landscape. That's a different territory. That's a different kind of situation when we had a manufacturing base and we had a country that was aligned and believed and fought for righteous reasons. Now, in the wars in the Middle East...
Yeah. I'm not warmongering. I'm just saying...
You
I'm
just
not
dabble.
for-
Come on, guys.
But you can't say we're better off after spending $11 trillion in the Middle East. You cannot make that argument that we're better off economically.
I didn't, and I won't. And I'm saying
it's not good
we
for the
agree on
economy.
that.
It's not good for the American people. It's good for sociopathic, insane people head of the military-industrial complex that love this war. They're going to get no bid contracts. We're going to keep building stuff with no, capitalistic incentives to actually build a good product. I mean, we're talking about industries that have been robbing and looting and missing trillions of dollars that haven't been ever held accountable. I question if they're even going to be providing good enough, products, because they have no incentive to even do that. They just get no bid contracts, and it's a racket.
Luke, you were on the Epstein Island. What do you think about this, Hannah Claire? We've been.
This has been a very macro conversation. There's been a lot of moving parts here. I mean, obviously the impact of the war machine in America is complex. Like, if you were to say, yes, spending millions of dollars to produce bombs overseas doesn't really help us, and Trump were to say, okay, fine, then we're opening specifically manufacturing plants in America. We're going to hire Americans to build bombs. Like, are we going to be like, cool, bring on the war because that helps us? I mean, there's always the argument of, I don't want to be involved because I just don't think we should get entangled in another long-lasting conflict in the Middle East, especially because the only way to spur action here is to make it so that Iran has to go through a destabilized period. And what do we always do? We're like, we'll hang out. We'll be there. Like,
right.
We get another Democrat like Joe Biden to pull an Afghanistan 2.0, like all things that I don't want. I can't say that we talked about this on Monday with the large portion of Americans who just specifically are like, I don't know how I feel about this. And
I'm
I
in
still
that group.
feel like one of the challenges with mass illegal immigration is the influx of people in the country who have no loyalty to it, who might be supportive of the Islamic regime in Iran, and who, as we saw in Austin, might feel like they're called to take action. I think long term, I understand wanting to war game about it, and you guys are both well read on the topic, but there is a certain level of like, it's all speculation. If they do this, then this, and then we have to do this, and whatever. I think it becomes more anxiety producing than we really need it to be. I think one of the things, and Luke kind of touched on this, like when we went into World War II, there was a rallying of patriotism, and there was a like, we are all in this together. And this doesn't seem as big a conflict right now. And I think maybe Afghanistan, or just our experience with how war is declared since then, has burned Americans. It doesn't become a rallying cry, except when for the people on both sides who are like, but why are we doing this? And so, I don't know if I'm addressing all of the points that you guys went through. Again, we bounced around a little bit.
There's a lot. Yeah, I want to remind people, I usually hear around this time slot to give people a chance. Like, if you want more of the show, if you're watching like on the Rumble homepage or something like that, make sure you click through the channel and you click follow. We're live every day at 2 Eastern. If you want to see more of Luke, tell him where, if you want more of Luke's opinions, tell him where they can find him. And then Hannah Claire, tell people where they can find your stuff. Now, we've got about 12,000 people tuned in today, which is great. Love to see it. And tell them where they can find your stuff.
Yeah, I've been doing deep dives into a lot of this and the kind of understanding from a different point of view than what we're actually hearing about. So to get a kind of holistic approach of this kind of crazy scenario and situation that we're in, check out youtube.com/wearechange. I'm making very kind of nuanced kind of conversations and dialogues here. I really do believe that this is not good. I think there's a lot of things to pay attention to. I want people to be safe. I want America to do well. And this, to me, doesn't serve America. And I think we need to speak out against it more than ever to try to stop this, because it needs to stop. The longer we go on, I think the less it's going to be good for America, America's people, America's empire. And I think really we need to prioritize the American people here more than ever. If you agree, check it out. Share, support, youtube.com/wearechange.
You guys can find my work on Rumble, YouTube, and I'm also on X. It's all Hannah Claire B. It's one word. I do videos on the news. I'll have one up on social media react to the Iran attack. I'll have that up a little bit later today. And yeah, that's where you can find me. If you want to find me on Instagram, I just kind of reshare things other people are posting. It's hannahclaire.b there. And guys, thank you for tuning in. Come back tomorrow for Estrocast.
Yeah, well, I have a few minutes left before I get to. I've got a doctor's appointment today. Again, getting fitted for.
I get you.
Yeah, I'm getting fit for a perfect custom Merkin. But speaking of war, have you been following the burger wars, Luke?
Did you? A little bit. I actually tried their double arch burger, whatever it is, and it is nasty. It was horrible. I was like,
this is not great.
It's not good. I was like, well, let's just see what this debate is on. And then this is horrible. I felt awful after eating it. And I'm like, why am I surprised?
So I did a burger review of it yesterday. And by the way, that video's up on my channels. I also made a short of it. I had immediate diarrhea. It was so greasy that I had to put the burger down halfway through, and I was like, something's not going on.
Why am I eating this? Why does it look so disgusting? It looks like it's fighting you back when you're eating it.
Yeah, I don't know what my biggest I like a double quarter pounder. I think that's a clean burger from McDonald's. I think it's just too much fucking sauce. Maybe is that what it is?
And is it fried onions? Are they oily too? Is it adding too much?
Yeah,
it's too oily.
It's too oily. Yeah, I think because they have they have a white cheese on it. And
you can taste the process, right? There's a lot of heavily processed crap in it, and it's like you're
the burgers,
trying to enjoy it.
McDonald's burgers are 100% Angus beef.
Luke, that it's
they're
so
100%
processed.
Angus. Their burgers are actually. I've said this before. People on keto and paleo use that as a hack when they're on the road. Their burgers are actually. I'm not saying they're as good as what you get from your, a butcher.
But if you're traveling or something, I got you.
Yeah, but they are 100% Angus. But yeah,
I don't know if this one is though. This one tasted a little bit different. It tasted like a little cardboardy.
It could be. Yeah.
I was like, is there filler in there? Because it's a lot more meat than you usually get in those burgers. The size of the meat
they put meat filler. yeah.
It's like, here's more cardboard in the meat. Here's more Bill Gates meat. And a bunch of companies have announced that they're going to be implementing fake meat without telling people, fake chicken, fake burgers into their actual meat kind of thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if McDonald's, trying to make more money here, literally filled in a bunch of fake stuff into that burger, and it's not Angus 100% beef like it used to be. I wouldn't be surprised if they changed it.
It's interesting too because doesn't it have a special sauce and it's got special onions, things that might cover up a flavor discrepancy?
Oh, by the way, I feel like I always have to address this. So what happened to your Rumble viewers, Jeremy? At 2:00 we get taken off the homepage, so we lose about half of our viewers. There are people that think that I bought because of that, except every single channel that's on the homepage, when they get taken off the homepage, they lose viewers. And again, people that, I see people saying that, oh, you bought your viewers. I'm like, I wouldn't even know how to do that. And again, why would I? I don't get paid per viewer. I get paid to stream every day. But let me get some viewer comments here because I have a tendency of missing them when I have early outs. McLeod says, from Ladyboy Luke to the Diddler. I don't think he looks like a ladyboy. PJ Straight Edge. Pretty sure Trump endorsed Tony Gonzalez earlier in the campaign cycle. Big time Al. Donate to Brandon. He did. I will. Okay. I was unaware of that. I will make a video. Brandon, come on my channel. I have thousands of viewers in Texas. I can mobilize voters for you. I've asked him to come on the channel and he never does. So maybe he doesn't like me. I don't know. There's a lot of people that don't.
He's also busy, so
running his own channel and running his own campaign.
Don't take it personally. Don't make this about you.
I offered the first time he ran, and then I guess I didn't offer this time, so maybe I'll offer him again. Come on the show for 15 minutes. Give me 15 minutes. If anyone has a line to him, I'd be happy to do it. Mr. Tough Guy, but you guys have to keep in mind that the left is crazy and they're doing the most radical shit possible. And being that radical pushes them to the polls, it might not actually make a difference. Well, I think that I would feel better if we had historic Republican turnout. Like, I can at least say that,
Right.
This is something that I really hope TPUSA can help fix, because they're the only one with really on the ground. I mean, these text messages from fucking Donald Trump at 2 a.m. that are urgent that tell me I need to be that real patriots do this or that. That shit is not getting me out of bed. Like, they have to do something to I will vote in the midterms, but admittedly, I was, before I was as active as I am now, I didn't. Like, I voted in every presidential election, but I didn't vote in the midterms. And they've got to do better with that. If it's not even the policy thing, it's like, if you could just get enough people that agree with the policy to go vote, you do better. The Sire Williams says Iran is just mad that the world Ishmael is described in Genesis 16:12 as a wild donkey of a man. His hand will be against everyone and everyone's hand against him. Force Name says, hey, Luke, Jared, and Hannah Claire. Hello, chat. Force Name says, y'all are speaking some logistics of this. I did some research, and apparently Israel probably has twice as many hypersonics as the U.S. Scary. Well, to be fair, those are ours. Like, if you're counting who has what, those are ours.
There should be on your tax receipts.
Yeah, right. Yeah. When you go on April, is it April 15th or April 20th? Yeah. Those are our hypersonics. U.S. has more conventional missiles. Master says, why is Luke so gay? I don't think Luke's gay. I think he likes women. I've hung out with him.
He's diversity hire.
Yeah.
What do you guys mean?
I'm gay for peace.
Yeah, he's gay for peace. Yeah. He's definitely moving to Costa Rica for the women. I know that. Force Name says, Luke, if France had stayed home and worried about its own citizens in the 1700s, you'd be drinking tea, not coffee, and singing God Save. Well, I don't think that's necessarily the same thing. But did you see, was it France? That was like, man, you can't use every bases anymore, or Spain. And Trump's like,
Spain.
Fine, fuck you. We're not trading with you. It's like, oops.
Yeah. Well, Britain said the same thing. The UK said the same thing as well.
Yeah, cut them off. What do we import from the UK that we need? Nothing.
I mean, if we're going to free people from political persecution, I mean,
we should free the UK.
Are we going to bomb the UK next?
Right? Yeah, I mean, my brothers and sisters in the UK, I would support freeing you too.
Blink twice if you need help.
Yeah. Hansi won. I mean, God, I don't think the USA has liberated literally anybody. I mean, the fucking Taliban runs Afghanistan now. The exact opposite. Yeah. Like, they are the ones in charge.
That's what I was trying to say before. Like, us being involved in any of it it's not a great track record in my lifetime. If anyone else wants to correct me,
you might want to say, World War II was the last W we had, and it took millions of men. And I guess you could pick smaller conflicts, that where maybe people were, but a lot of the bigger conflicts did not result. I mean, who's running Iraq right now? The common factor in the conflict in the Middle East has been Iran and its proxies. We always went after proxies, but never addressed the root cause. That is what people say. Cyrus says, you need to be worried about Canada. PM just made a deal to bring in 100 million Indians, signed land title for the entire city of Vancouver to the natives, and said the U.S. is in violation of international law. Well, we don't really care what Canada has to say about what America's up to, but I do worry about my Canadian friends and my Canadian viewers. Like, your government is selling you out for Pajeets at a rate that I don't think is even America can't keep up with.
It is crazy to me that this is, and Canadians are divided on this. There are more conservative Canadians. You might think of them as like, friendly to MAGA ideas, but for their own country, who would be opposed to this. But Canada has a crazy push that rather than support their own people and encourage pro-natalist policies among people like Native Canadians, they're like, well, we'll just import all of India. That sounds pretty good. I mean, it's already had tremendous migration from Asia in most of its major cities. And they're like, well, it doesn't matter. We'll just bring in other people. I think every young Canadian who sees this deal about the scholarships for Indian students should be outraged. They should rethink how they're voting.
And they're using your tax dollars to do it. Like, it's the ultimate betrayal. But I can't really say anything because our country does the same shit. I wouldn't support it in America. And Jeremy has a lot of Canadian viewers for some reason. I do actually, and I think maybe it's just because like the Midwestern personality is similar to the Canadian personality. It's almost 20%. I'm sorry.
That's rude.
Yeah.
As our Canadian representative, I think you should take that back, Luke.
I think Trump should stop the war in Iran and immediately free the people of Canada.
Well, I mean, I don't think they want to be freed. I don't think they want to be freed.
I don't think the Iranian people. I think a lot of people in Iran also are from. I don't think they don't like the freeing as their city centers are being bombed.
Yeah, at least the Muslims in there, which is what 20% of the population or something like that. Somebody told me yesterday that Iran is largely atheistic. I don't know if that's true or not. I just saw that floating around. Like it was like this. Hey, you're confused. Like the country's not a majority Muslim.
Well, that's confusing because you're run by a theocracy. So,
well, that's part of the problem, right?
A theocracy that got there because of the CIA overthrow of their legitimate government many years ago.
Jeremy should do on-screen super chats again.
Thread. Somebody's got to believe something.
All right, I will do on-screen super chats. Let's see here. How do I do it? If I go here,
you can probably do it through the YouTube portal and then put it on screen.
Is it on screen now?
Yeah, no. On the YouTube,
I have to do it inside a StreamYard, I think. And the chat, I have to connect the chat to the StreamYard. So I can do that. Yeah, so, Mr. Tuffican, so RFK was just on Joe Rogan's show and said they were discussing the agency pushing for companies to have requirement for front label indicators when they have lab-grown meat. 100%. Mm-hmm. The reason they won't do that is because no one will buy it. I will buy what's below ground chuck. Dog food, I would rather buy that. If I was in a pinch,
I've been getting ads for meat from Temu. I don't know what that says about my financial status.
Yeah. And then over on YouTube, I don't think I missed any. DB Door says, I'm 48 and hearing Iran is X number of days, months away from nuking us for at least 30 years. True. It's been 7 minutes and no coffee ads. Brother, it's been an hour and 15 minutes and I've done no coffee ads. In fact, I rarely do them. I only do them on the Friday show.
Is he saying that he misses them? Do they want them
Oh,
down?
maybe. Yeah. Well, hey, Mother's Day is coming up. CBCAmazon.com will take you directly to our Amazon store where you can get them you get free overnight shipping. So maybe when you go visit your mom, bring some coffee with you. Or if you're hosting a Mother's Day party, pick up a couple coffees. I think it's great. We are not doing the gift boxes this year. It was a very popular item, but Amazon distribution I can't make any money. Like there's just, $100 gift box. Amazon takes $30 plus the cost of the product, plus the cost of the box, plus the cost. It's just not, unless I fill it myself, where I'm considering it. Like just doing 500 and I'll fill them from my house only, but I don't think we're going to do them. It sucks because we always, when we filled our own gift boxes, we made okay money. But once Amazon came around, like we just don't have the margins. Miracle says Luke probably would have been mad back in the day for people going to war with Hitler. Yeah, he probably would have. Yeah, he would have said
Hitler. Everyone now is Hitler.
Every single conflict is World War II. Yeah.
You definitely don't sound like a liberal who thinks everything's Hitler.
Yeah. John Hoyle says IRN leadership wiped in minutes, Navy wiped in 72 hours, Air Force wiped in 48 hours. We were never an existential threat, were they? No. That I think everyone agrees on.
But they weren't preparing for a full conventional war. They were preparing for an unconventional war. So be aware of that.
Yeah, it is definitely, a possible thing.
Like they knew they were going to get obliterated. They knew they were going to get bombed. So they were preparing for that with bases and missile systems that are still out there.
Yeah, well, I don't know how many of them are, so why attack them? But that's the point. That I don't think nobody on this panel is like pro attacking Iran. I just think, I don't know. It makes me wildly uncomfortable. And the longer it goes on, the more I more I am in the camp of a hard no. Like when Hegseth came out and said, well, it might be 8 weeks. I'm like, oh God, 2 weeks to shorten the spread.
We might
flatten the curve.
Troops on the ground. And I bet you there's going to be CIA forces right now with the Kurd forces invading Iran right now.
Well, I mean, that's probably been happening before any of these attacks.
That was part of the
to
pre-war
be
movement,
fair,
yeah.
to be fair, the CIA's been there for years. Why is Jeremy being removed from the Rumble lineup? I'm not. We're just only on the homepage for the 1 hour, and then they put really everybody generally does a 1 hour show. I think Steven goes for 2 hours, but his second half is members only. I think we go between 1 and 2 hours. So everybody in the lineup gets like an hour of being featured, which is fair. I think you could cut it down to 30 minutes because either people are going to like your show or they're not. Like it doesn't being on the homepage for a whole hour. It helps. That's why I love Jeremy. He's always giving people what they want. Man said not enough coffee brand and you get a coffee ad. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah. It is what it is. Can we get the burnt peanuts take on the McDonald's CEO eating the disgusting burger? I don't know. I saw the burnt peanut had his like catchphrase on an Israeli missile, and somebody asked him about it, and he was like, I don't want to talk about it. Smart, very smart. Like I think that the video game streamers are realizing like, hey, guess what? I don't have to have a take on this.
How liberating must that be? What a crazy fun world for them to live in.
I can tell you right now, if they put like get woke, go broke on a missile, I would hate it. Like I wouldn't want anything to do with that. Like I don't care, how it's used. Like that I just think is weird and cringe. And you're kind of like ascribing somebody to being a support of killing people when they have nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Like you want to write funny phrases on it or whatever. Okay, fine. They've done that since the beginning of bomb warfare. But, I don't know. I don't know if I like that. But we have the Wendy's president now getting in. And by the way, we have a dark horse competitor. The A&W president has now entered into burger wars. Literally none of these men look like they eat the burger. Like this guy, again, like...
I feel like this guy could eat the burger. I don't know.
Let's see.
These fresh, never frozen beef, our Applewood smoked bacon.
That's a good looking burger. When the burger is outside of the bun, that's
but they made it
they probably made the bun small
as they could for marketing purposes. I want to see
that
all these
look
rich
that good.
CEOs. I want to see them eat babies. I think that's more of a real depiction of how they would naturally feel.
So you're
and how they
pro
would
eating babies, just to be clear. Luke is pro eating babies.
I don't want to see them eating babies.
I don't want to see that either.
Yeah,
I
just
think
so
that's
in
bad.
their natural habitat.
On the panel,
I want to see who they really are. I want to see.
Clear, I don't think people should eat babies. Luke is for
Bring
it.
out Peter Nygaard.
Good.
Bring
I
out
don't.
Peter Nygaard.
Yeah.
Bring out Epstein. Be like,
Yeah.
hey guys, we're gonna eat the babies now in front of.
Yeah, just
It's like they did on South
I would
Park.
never
Which
subject
is
you guys
literally
to
what they
that.
were
I
doing.
think
South
it's
Park
wrong.
predicted this.
Yeah, this is that's some good baby right there. No, see, top of the panel here, anti-eating babies. Hannah Claire also anti-eating babies. The bottom lower section of the panel, the guy with Luke at Luke We Are Change on X, he's come out as pro baby
Just to be
eating,
clear. Pro
and he's
eating
banned
babies.
and he's been to Epstein Island. The
Draw your own conclusions.
yeah, are you following this at all? This would be probably the last. I'm already kind of pushing it, but there is some police activity on Epstein Island. Anything with
I heard about that. The DOJ, by the way, just admittedly said that they just deleted 47,000 pages of documents on the official release page. Another major cover-up effort.
Probably just. Well, they were public, so at least you could say that.
And now they're redacted. Now they're totally gone and deleted, which is like, why are you doing that? We also found out that the FBI...
Oh, it has nothing to do with Epstein. It's probably a trespasser.
In 2009, it just came out recently that there was local government officials investigating Zorro Ranch. The FBI got involved in 2019, said stop it under Trump's administration.
That's the Arizona ranch?
Yep. And then the FBI said, we'll handle it from here. And then they covered it up and they never investigated it. So another clear cover-up of Zorro Ranch 2019.
And Zorro Ranch was kind of like his compound. Like they had it built in the middle of nowhere. Oh, so wasn't it out in the middle of nowhere though? Or New Mexico Ranch, not Arizona. Sorry, New Mexico. Yeah,
New Mexico Ranch that he got scientists from Los Alamos. That's where he was doing his eugenics impregnating kind of superhuman DNA scientific experiments. So he was working on some wild stuff there.
Not dissimilar than Elon Musk. Elon Musk does a bit of that too.
There's, yeah, but he lets them all live separately, you know? He
Well,
doesn't
one's
live
a
in the same
eugenicist
compound.
and one's an expansionist, right? Epstein wanted to decrease the world population. Elon wants to increase the world population, but
I think Elon wants us. He purposely has babies with the people he has babies with. I don't think it has anything to do with like love. He's like, oh, this person has a high IQ, or this person's very artistic. I want to make a baby with them.
Yeah.
Like,
Epstein
there's no
wanted to have
fucking way.
babies.
No way.
Epstein
There's no
wanted
way
to have
him and
babies and
Grimes
have
had
babies
anything to do.
for their bone marrow and
They
stem
like
cells.
did date.
Yeah,
She was
I know,
real
but
sad when he was having kids with other people.
I know, but like, there's no way. What did those two talk about? You know what I mean? Like, do you think like Amber Heard?
She
He's
liked
like,
to be artsy and different. Amber Heard's
Yeah.
just like she's beautiful, and he was like, I might as well see. I mean, she does have a child via surrogate. I assume the father is Elon Musk. But
yeah, that's public. I'm pretty sure, right? That's his
I don't
kid.
think it is. That was one of the problems with Johnny Depp trial. That like there's a chance that would have to come out.
Oh,
with
it's
his father for
definitely
childhood.
his. Yeah, it's definitely
I
his.
assume.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but I saw it in a dream. So I
Look,
guess
you
I
have
don't
to
know.
like Occam's razor it, right? Like she dated this guy who's willing to have kids with whatever woman he thinks is interested. You know,
Yeah,
it's not
right.
an unreasonable conclusion.
Yeah, I don't think that anybody with like an ounce of if Elon Musk was around a beautiful woman and she has a baby, it's his. Like, and people forget he had 5 with his original wife.
Mm-hmm.
5. That kid's got probably a dozen or more
6,
kids.
technically. His first kid
6? Oh, yeah.
passed away from SIDS, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Amber Heard is insane, but she is gorgeous. Yeah, I mean,
I think Elon Musk made a similar calculation. He was
I
like,
think
look,
so,
this
too.
kid might be crazy, but very beautiful.
yeah, I think Elon for a while kind of became the guy where like he got like caught up where like, I don't even know if it was a crime or not, but like, wasn't at least it alleged that Ashley St. Clair was trying to like recruit Tiffany Fong to have his baby or some shit like that.
I think that was like an ex rumor.
No, I think there was like a leak.
No, there was
talking
messages
about it, and Tiffany was like, no
fucking way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was more than just a rumor. There were some messages where Tiffany was like, "Are you fucking serious? No way." And then like it was kind of creepy how Elon would like very clearly pick his targets. He's like, "Oh, here's that. Why is Elon retweeting Ashley Sinclair? Boom, pregnant. Why is he retweeting Tiffany Fong? Boom, trying to have a baby with her." Like it's
I thought you liked transparency. I thought you thought it was good when powerful people were honest about what they're doing.
Yeah, I know, but it was a little bit. It's a little bit like, I don't know. I mean, the Ashley St. Clair one turned out to be a disaster, but basically every other one is. I mean, these are kids that will never have to worry about money. They're with rich parents in great situations. It'll be interesting how they turn out with not having a father in their life. Like literally none of them will have fathers in their house. I mean, one of his kids trooned out already. So, I mean, there could be something to that. I do wish I had that kind of Riz water filter. But yeah, I think there's also this Black Lives Matter story that I can squeeze in here. I just have to probably leave by 2:30. Here's a founder of Black Lives Matter enriching a fellow black. We don't have the video. A black woman, by the way. Like he beat the hell out of her.
Yes.
Yeah, like I don't know. You know what I'm wondering though is was she trying to rob them?
Sorry,
No, of course not.
Well, she accused him of embezzling grants, and allegedly this is what led to the conflict.
Wait, did she just win that fight? She's standing and he's gone.
Oh man.
She took him out.
Go at it again, and she threw him.
And he took her down again. Shout out to the girl. Yeah, that's more embarrassing than anything else. Like,
well, he launched the first punch against her.
He did, yeah, and she kicked his ass. That's pretty funny. I didn't actually see the fight, but I wonder why they have flashlights. Like, was she in there breaking in to try and like? I don't really know. Like, I'm not sure what was going on here. But she did. She mogged him. She was like standing over him too. She's like, "Yeah, what's up?" But But anyway, she's the one that made the complaint. I told him it's not fair that I come here and work and you're running around taking care of other things that don't have nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. I'm sure he was embezzling. I'm sure he was.
Hasn't it happened before? How many Black Lives Matter chapters have to have an embezzlement scandal
All
or
of them.
financial abuse?
Yeah.
Until we're like, okay, probably shut this one down.
Yeah.
But what do they have to show for all the huge, like hundreds of millions of dollars that they got during BLM? What do they have to show? Where did the money go? Was there actually anything done? And when we look around, it's like, oh, they have a couple nice homes in California that they paid.
Yep. And in Canada,
a hefty sum of money for. They have that, but what do like Black people have to show from the Black Lives Matter movement? Like, can anyone make a legitimate argument that anything happened or anything was given or anything positive was actually done? I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either. Things
that like the rioters would celebrate, they didn't need Black Lives Matter to pull down statues. They did that all on their own. Like Black Lives Matter,
Right.
They're collecting money.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, I mean, the biggest ones are like Patrisse Cullors, right? Like she got in actual trouble. And I think like she tried to bail out after obviously screwing everything up beyond all recognition. But there's a lot of money that disappeared that, you know, I feel like, are we going to have some class action lawsuits? What if you were some corporation and you donated $1 million? You can't even sue them, can you?
You can't sue Black Lives Matter.
I know,
like,
you're
what,
fucked.
Visa? Like, you can't do it.
Yeah, you're totally screwed. Like, yeah, they stole the money, but it's like, I literally can't. I can't sue for my money back.
And I think that's could be part of the reason that there are these like repetitive financial scandals that they're just like, but what's anyone going to do? What are the consequences?
Yeah, you can't be the company that sued Black Lives Matter. It would be like business suicide. It would just be the absolute worst decision you could make. So yeah, it's very odd to me that that this happened, but or that it is not odd to me. I'm sorry that this happened. It is very
the financial
expected.
Scandal. The embezzling is not odd to me. The beating and getting caught on camera is not good, and the fact that no one who's supportive of Black Lives Matter seems to be addressing it is like, I should tell you everything you need to know. They don't believe in protecting anyone. I mean, if you're a black
on black
feminist
crime
right now, where is the outcry? I haven't heard any.
Yeah, I mean, it's literal black on black crime. I don't know. Like,
you can't talk about that.
Nobody talks about that.
You dare talk about those statistics? How dare you talk about the real kind of root of the problem here?
Yeah,
it's white people obviously that are responsible for all the major problems.
I want to know which white man made these two black people fight. Like that's that. But
it's the white inequality that gave them hundreds of millions of dollars that literally was embezzled.
You're right.
It's their fault. Which looks in all shadows.
You're right. I'm wrong.
Damn whitey.
Yeah. And so with that, I got to head out to a doctor's appointment. But we'll be back tomorrow at our regularly scheduled time. I was able to hang out a little bit longer. This is about the normal time for the stream. Anywho. So with that, we'll be out. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 Eastern with Melanie Mack and Hannah Claire Brimlow as well. Make sure you go follow Luke on his various channels, as well as Hannah Claire B on all her channels. And we'll go say hi to Viva. So bye, guys.
Hi,
We'll see you later.